A line has a slope of -2/3 and passes through the point with coordinates -4, 6. We want to write the line in point-slope form as well as slope-intercept form. In point-slope form, m is the slope of the line, and x sub 1, y sub 1 is any point on that line. And then for slope-intercept form, m is the slope of the line, and b is the y-intercept of the line. So looking at the given information, we know m is equal to -2/3, and then we're given the point with coordinates -4, 6, so we can let the first coordinate be x sub 1 for point slope form, and we can let 6 equal y sub 1. So the equation of the line in point slope form would be y minus 6 equals -2/3 times x minus -4. Now we don't want to leave the equation in this form. Remember, subtracting a negative is the same as adding a positive. So let's go ahead and rewrite this as y minus 6 equals -2/3 times the quantity x plus 4. Now to determine the line in slope-intercept form, we can use the point-slope form of the equation and then solve for y. So let's go ahead and rewrite this. We'd have y minus 6 equals -2/3 times the quantity x plus 4. So let's start by distributing here. We would have y minus 6 equals, this would be -2/3 x, and then -2/3 times 4, or you can think of this as 4 over 1, we're going to have -8/3. And now to solve for y, we'll add 6 to both sides. So we have plus 6 here, and let's put plus 6 here. So on the left side, we have y equals, this would be -2/3 x. Then here we have -8/3 plus 6. Let's take a closer look at this over here on the side. -8/3 plus 6, or 6 over 1. We know we have to have a common denominator, which would be 3, so we'll multiply 6 over 1 by 3 over 3. So now we'd have -8/3 plus, this would be 18/3, which would be +10/3, which is our y-intercept, so we have plus 10/3. So here's the equation in slope-intercept form. Now let's verify these two equations by taking a look at the graph of the line. Let's start by verifying the slope. So we'll select 2 points on this line with integer coordinates. For example, we could select this point here and this point here. So if we wanted to move from this point to this point, notice how we'd have to go down 2 units and right 3 units. So the vertical change is -2, and the horizontal change is +3. Well, this verifies our slope is correct, -2/3 here and -2/3 here. And then to verify the slope-intercept form, notice how the y-intercept is 10/3, which is 3 1/3, which is our y-intercept right here. And then to verify the point-slope form of the equation, we need to recognize that this is telling us that this contains a point with an x-coordinate of -4 and a y-coordinate of +6. So -4, +6 is right here on our line, so that equation is also correct. Okay, I hope you found this helpful.